It's so hot in here.
I just opened the window to try to help, so. All right, whenever you're ready.
You have to overcome. Adapt.
Today I'm here okay, just redo it. Redo it. Today I'm here with Coach Page on our new segment, Turning the Page. So we got a few questions about last week's game. Well, it was a tough loss this week, but all games allowed for the team to have some takeaways. Is there anything positive that you could really take away from last week's game?
Well, at times I thought we moved the ball really well until we got down maybe inside their 20, and then we kind of sputtered a few times, and that's a credit to their defense. But our passing game I thought was really effective. We didn't run the ball well, and we have to be able to do that sort of thing in order to beat good teams like that.
So watching the game, it really felt like it was closer than the final score indicated. Some miscues really felt like it changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah, like I said, we let up too many big plays for them. They did get one in late, which did, add to the final score. We needed to score other than a field goal, which we got in the first half. We needed to score a couple touchdowns, and then we're right back in the game. But that didn't happen, and River Valley played better than we did.
So the overall theme of this year team, they really just seem to be toughness. Do you think you could talk about the challenges of playing against bigger teams, but also the fight in your guys, specifically on the offensive and defensive lines?
Yeah, well, River Valley had a huge offensive line, so that made it tough for our guys who've been playing real well defensively up front. And so we did emphasize in the offseason, because last year was just not good. We did emphasize in the offseason, hey, we do need to be tougher mentally and physically. And I think that happened. But the other night I saw lapses in that where we just didn't tackle well, or we didn't get after people blocking well enough. And when you do that against a team that can bring a whole new offensive line in compared to a whole new defensive line, that can wear you down if you're not going to play at a higher level.
So what were your overall thoughts on how the team performed last game?
Well, again, we just weren't consistent. You got to score more than 3 points. The last touchdown, I'll kind of give it up as, we had people in there that were substituting, but you can't give up 3 touchdowns and a field goal and only score a field goal yourself.
So was the game plan executed the way you expected?
No, because of all those things I just mentioned.
So are there any injuries or player concerns coming out of that game?
We got a little dinged up, a couple guys with rolling their ankle, that sort of thing. I don't think it's anything serious. Those guys have already been practicing, and that's football. That's going to happen. You're going to get banged up and dinged up on a daily basis just because of how physical the game is.
So moving on from last week, how are we performing? How are we preparing for this coming game? It's our homecoming game. Is there any way that you really change how you practice for the homecoming game, or is it still just the same?
No, we just try to tell them the events that are going on during the school day with Spirit Week and the anticipation of things like that, that's one thing. But when you cross the line or cross the track to go up on the practice field for that hour and 45 or 2 hours, then switch has to flip, and you just have to say, okay, I'm in football mode now. Put aside the other stuff. We want it to be a fun week because they're students first, they're kids. But we want to make sure they understand when you get up there, that's your next class, so to speak, when you're in football after school.
So what kind of team are we going up against this week?
Purchase line is always tough. They're scrappy. It'll be a different kind of offense than what we saw last week. They're very aggressive. Some of their kids aren't very big, but they'll stick their nose in there and hit you. And so it's going to be a challenge for us because they've won 2 in a row, and I know they're going to be full of confidence.
So what message are you giving the team going into this next game?
The message has been real simple. We just need to bounce back. We lost at Marion Center some weeks back, and then we bounced back the next week at home against Penns Manor, and we really need to do the same thing, and we're expecting to do that.
Well, this was Olli Lee with Coach Page for our segment Turning the Page.
Okay.
That is the camera, right?